Steve Walt and I, as you know, wrote a book called The Israel Lobby and U.S. Foreign Policy that dealt explicitly with this issue.
Right.
And of course, Nixon is correct that Israel is not a significant strategic asset to the United States. There have been times when it has been something of a strategic asset, but not much of a strategic asset. You can't make the argument that the special relationship between the United States and Israel, which has no parallel in history. It's just very important to understand that the relationship between the United States and Israel is unprecedented in world history in its closeness. We support the Israelis almost no matter what. So you can't make a strategic argument for that relationship. And I also think you cannot make a moral relationship. You can make a moral argument, but you have to qualify it in large part because of how Israel has treated the Palestinians. It's hard to see, given the occupation, a moral argument that could possibly explain this incredibly tight relationship. And Steve and I in the book make the argument that it's largely due to domestic politics. It's largely
Right.
due to the fact that you have a powerful lobby. And by the way, there's absolutely nothing illegal or immoral or unethical about this lobby. The United States political system is set up in ways that allow lobbies to have great influence. We all know about the National Rifle Association.
Right.
And
Of course, lobbying for a foreign country requires you to register as a foreign agent under FARA unless you're lobbying for Israel.
well, that argument is made, and there's no question that organizations like AIPAC could conceivably be put under that rubric, but they're not. And anyway, given what the law is, the Israel lobby is doing nothing illegal or immoral or unethical. It's just a good old-fashioned lobby like the National Rifle Association.
Why does the United States veto UN Security Council resolutions calling for ceasefires or peace or pauses in the violence?
Because Israel does not want those. And the United States is committed to supporting Israel. There's no way that Joe Biden or any other president could walk away from Israel in a situation like the one that we're now in. There's just no question about that. It's not peculiar to Joe Biden. I do think that Joe Biden has a very powerful attachment to Israel. He would make the moral argument for supporting Israel down the line. But at the same time, he understands full well, as does Barack Obama and Jimmy Carter and George H.W. Bush, that if you cross the Israel lobby, you will pay a political price.